يا حبيب الله يا رسول الله يا حبيب الله يا رسول الله.
He grew up in an upper class Egyptian background, having very little to do with Islamic sciences. He didn't go to an Islamic school. In fact, by training, he was a doctor. Again, going back to our previous speaker's point that doctors, mashallah, they have done quite a lot. One of the reasons, in my opinion, is because they learn time management. They learned that they need to utilize their time to the max. Dr. Ahmed Nu'ayna was a pediatrician. He specialized. He didn't even just do a general doctorate. He became a pediatrician. And he still is a pediatrician, a practicing pediatrician. One day he decided, you know what? I want to memorize the Quran. As a middle-aged man, he decides to memorize the Quran. He gets this idea that, you know what? I want to master the Quran. And he goes to one of the greatest scholars who happened to live in his neighborhood of the Quran. And this scholar said to him, you want to memorize the Quran? He said, yes. He said, I want from you just one thing, dedication. He said, of course, I'm dedicated. But he said, Sheikh, I'm a doctor. I don't have all the time in the world, but I can be dedicated and persistent. So the Sheikh said to Dr. Ahmed Nu'ayna, fine. You need to memorize and master 2 lines of the Quran every day. The Sheikh said, look, I know I don't have time, but 2 lines, come on. I can do more than 2 lines. 2 lines is nothing, a kid can do 2 lines. The Sheikh said, no. Your requirement is 2 lines, but you master all of the rules, all of the differences in these 2 lines a day. So the Sheikh told us, Dr. Ahmed Nu'ayna, he told us, I began. And slowly but surely, there's only a few thousand lines of the Quran, really. There's only 600 pages in the Quran. If you memorize 2 lines a day, you're basically finishing a page in 7 days. So a week you finish a page, right? And there's only 600 pages. He's already memorized 4 or 5 juz, so he has around 20-25 juz left. So basically in a few years he finishes the whole Quran. And because he's studying with the Shaykh, he memorizes all of the different recitations, all of the qira'at, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala blessed him with a beautiful voice. Guess what happened? Slowly but surely, he began being invited to different events to recite, graduations, other events, until slowly but surely, he began to rise up in the ranks of Qurra, even though he's not a Qari by training initially, he's a pediatrician. And he kept on rising and rising until lo and behold, right now he's one of the top living legends of the recitation of the Quran, and he is still a pediatrician by day.